Good day, class. Welcome to the second session. In this session, we will briefly look at how to apply the theories of motivation. There are a number of theories about motivation. We will briefly look at some of them. Is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's theory is that every human being has a hierarchy of 5 basic needs. The high priority needs are at the bottom, and the less important the need, the higher it is in the hierarchy. The first level from the bottom is physiological or survival needs. The second level is security needs. The third level is social needs. The fourth level is status needs. And the last level, right at the top, is self-actualization needs. Physiological or survival needs are basic needs that everyone needs to maintain in life, which include food, water, shelter, clothing, sleep, and other bodily needs. These are the primary needs that need to be met before the other needs are satisfied. Security or safety needs are needs to be free from physical danger and the fear of loss of a job or property, the necessity for a contract of employment, a safe work environment. Social needs are belonging or acceptance needs. We all need to belong, to be accepted by others, to join work groups or social groups. Status needs are satisfied once a person has a sense of belonging and wants to be held in esteem, both by themselves and by others. This includes characteristics such as pride, reputation, and achievement are typical of this level of need. Self-actualization needs are at the top of the pyramid. It is a person's desire to become what they are capable of becoming in order to maximize their potential and accomplish something, for instance, achieving independence, satisfying creativity, curiosity, or ambition. Maslow separates the 5 needs into higher and lower orders. Lower order is compromised by physiological and safety needs. Higher order needs are compromised of social, status, and self-actualization needs. The difference between the two orders is that the higher order is fulfilled internally, whereas the lower order is satisfied externally by things such as pay and union contracts. In regards to teamwork, we can also apply Maslow's theory. In order to motivate your team members, you need to continuously encourage them. This is not necessarily done through promises or financial reward, but rather by helping them build their self-esteem and attain self-fulfillment. You would therefore need to know what drives each of your team members. You must ensure that the rewards are directly related to your team members' efforts. Motivation is an ongoing process, as people can move up and down the different levels of the hierarchy as their circumstances change, and therefore, you, as the leader of the team, need to be motivating to them on an ongoing basis. Friedrich Herzberg proposed the motivation hygiene theory. He believed that an individual's relationship to their work is a basic one, and that their attitude towards this work could determine an individual's success or failure. David McClelland distinguishes 3 needs that are important in organizational settings for understanding motivation, and they are the need for achievement, the need for power, and the need for affiliation. The need for achievement is the drive to excel, to achieve in relation to a set of standards, to strive to succeed. The need for power is the need to make others behave in a way they would not have behaved otherwise. The need for affiliation is the desire for friendly and close interpersonal relationships. There is a 4th theory that we will not look at, which is called Theory X and Theory Y. You should go over it in your own time. We have come to an end of the session. Please ensure to go over your learner guide to familiarize yourself with the theories and so that you can see the different examples.